Last time we will already studied the meristem as well as the classification of a meristem and different theories of meristem. After the study of this meristematic tissue, we want to study the what is mean by permanent tissue. तुमच्या सिलेबसमध्ये पहिल्यांदा आपल्याला मेरिस्टेमॅटिक टिश्यू स्टडी करायला सांगितलेलं आहे. नंतर मेरिस्टेमॅटिक टिश्यू स्टडी केल्यानंतर आपल्याला परमनंट टिश्यू महत्त्वाचे बघायचे आहेत. या परमनंट टिश्यूमध्ये कुठले टिश्यू बघायचे आहेत? सिंपल permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Before the study of the simple and permanent tissue, in the introductional part of this permanent tissue, the permanent tissue are the classified into two types of meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. The permanent tissue have lost the power of a cell division and they may be developed from derivatives of the meristematic cells. Actually, the tissue, what is mean by tissue? Tissue are the group of the cells performing the similar function is called as a tissue. But we will now study the permanent tissue. Which tissues are called as a permanent tissue? The permanent tissue have the lost the power of a cell division are called as the permanent tissue. And they may be developed. ते कणापासून डेव्हलप होतात. दे मे बी डेव्हलप फ्रॉम द डेरिव्हेटिव्ज ऑफ द मेरिस्टेमॅटिक cells. The permanent tissue on the basis of the nature of constituents of the cell and their structure, they may be separated into three different types. The first one is a simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue, and third one is a special permanent tissue. The first one we will observe that is a simple permanent tissue. The simple permanent tissue are made up of similar cells and hence they are homologous in nature. While the complex permanent tissue are made up of different types of cells, hence they are heterogeneous in nature. That is, the permanent simple permanent tissue are homologous in nature and complex permanent tissue are heterogeneous in nature. The third one, that is the special permanent tissue, may be homogeneous or heterogeneous and they are secretory in nature. Hence, these tissue are also called as secretory tissue. We will study first in detail the simple permanent tissue. The simple permanent tissue may be classified into four different types. The first one is parenchyma, second collenchyma, third chlorenchyma, and fourth one is a sclerenchyma. Out of these four types, the parenchyma, collenchyma, and chlorenchyma are the living tissue, and sclerenchyma is a dead tissue because the parenchyma, collenchyma, and chlorenchyma contain the protoplasm nucleus and their wall may be deposited by lignin substances. Hence, the parenchyma, collenchyma, and chlorenchyma wall is made up of from the cellulose and pectic substances. Hence, this tissue is called as a living tissue, while the sclerenchyma is a dead tissue. Why it is called as a dead tissue? Because their wall is made up of from the lignin substances and protoplasm and nucleus is totally absent in that cells. So in detail we will study the parenchyma. It is a living tissue composed of one type of thin walled cells. The cell walls are deposited by cellulose substance. Each cell is spherical, globular, or circular in shape, and they may be loosely arranged with each other with intercellular spaces. The cytoplasm of the cell contains the prominent vacuoles. Generally, this parenchyma is present in a cortical region of the plant parts. In aquatic plant, parenchyma shows large air cavities. Such cells are also called as parenchyma. When the parenchyma cells store the calcium oxalate or crystals of raphides, it is also called as the idioblast cells. The next one is a chlorenchyma. The chlorenchyma is quietly similar to parenchyma. They may be, but in these cells, the chloroplast is dominantly developed. Hence, it is called as a chlorenchyma. They are generally present in leaves and green colored aerial plant organs. The chlorenchymatous cells as like the parenchymatous cells, but in that cell the chloroplast may be dominantly present, and chloroplast, that is the chlorophyll pigments, are dominantly observed in that cells. The next one is a collenchyma. This tissue or these collenchyma cells are the circular spherical uniform and cell wall deposited by cellulose substance. But in a collenchyma the cell walls are thickened, generally the high thickening at the corners of the cells. Hence, they are compactly arranged with each other without intercellular space. Hence, these cells are mechanical in function. These aerial plant organs or in a herbaceous plant, such collenchymatous cells may be present in underground organs of the plant. The next one, fourth type of simple permanent tissue, that is the sclerenchyma. The sclerenchyma is quietly different from this parenchyma, collenchyma, and chlorenchyma because the sclerenchyma is a dead tissue. This tissue is composed of cells without protoplasm and nucleus. That is, their wall is deposited by lignin substances. Hence, it is called as a dead tissue. The sclerenchyma is an important mechanical tissue in all vascular plants. The sclerenchyma exists in two forms. The first one is fibers and scleroids. The fiber sclerenchyma shows elongated cells with narrow pointed ends, while the scleroids are relatively short cells with hard lignified walls and relatively more in thickness. The scleroids generally occur in the form of in form or separate cells in fruits and seed coats. The next important type of this permanent tissue, that is the complex permanent tissue. What is mean by complex permanent tissue? The tissue which is made up of more than one elements are called as a complex permanent tissue. This complex permanent tissue may be classified into two main types. The first one is xylem and second one is a phloem. These tissue are also called as a vascular tissue. They are present in a vascular strand in form of vascular bundles or in a secondary tissue. They are responsible for translocation of water and organic substances in the plant body. Out of these two important complex permanent tissue, we will detail study the xylem. The xylem is a part of a vascular bundle and it is used for the water conduction from root to aerial organ. It is also useful for the mechanical strength. Xylem tissue is actually heterogeneous in nature and consists of four different types of elements such as vessels, tracheids, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. Out of these first three elements, that is the vessels, trachea and xylem fibers, are without protoplasm and they are dead in nature because their wall may be deposited by lignin substance. And only fourth element is a living because which contains the cytoplasm, nucleus, as well as their wall may be deposited by the cellulose substance. The next is the vessels. The vessels are a dead, thick walled, elongated elements placed one above other and forming the tube like structure. Vessels form the tube like structure, they may be arranged one above another. These wall of the vessels are thickened with lignin and exhibit the different patterns of thickening. In their vessel, the different thickening may be observed. Which type of thickenings may be observed in the vessels? They may be observed the pitted thickening, observe the annular thickening as well as spiral thickening or reticulate type of thickening. In this way, the different thickenings may be observed in the vessels. The vessels are cheap water conducting elements in angiosperm, but they are completely or they are absent in most of the gymnospermic plant as well as pteridophytic plants. And next elements of the xylem is the tracheids. The tracheids are the dead, thick-walled, relatively long elements with tapering their ends and forming the close bundles. The wall thickening on tracheids elements are pits or bordered pits. In most of the gymnosperm, tracheids are the main water conducting elements. And fourth one is the xylem, third element, that is the xylem fibers. The xylem fibers are very long elements. They mainly give the mechanical support. These elements are thick walled with the tapering ends. They join with their tapering end and forming the bundles. In this way, the xylem fibers may be developed in angiospermic plants. Then xylem parenchyma is a living tissue actually because their wall may be deposited by the cellulose substance. Hence, this tissue, the xylem parenchyma cells, mainly used for storage and transport of the food material. In this way, the xylem may be present in a different plants in a different ways in a different types. The next important complex permanent tissue, that is the phloem. This phloem is also heterogeneous tissue consisting of four different types of elements, or they may be having four different types. The first one is the sieve tubes with the sieve plates and forming the sieve elements. That is, the sieve tubes or sieve elements is the first element. The second element is the companion cells. The third element of phloem is a phloem parenchyma, and fourth element is a phloem fibers. Out of these four elements, first three elements are living, while fourth element fiber is the dead elements. The most important food translocating structure is sieve elements, that is the tubes and plates maybe play an important role in translocation of a food material. The sieve tubes are long, pipe-like structure, form the sieve elements and arranged longitudinal in series with perforated sieve plates. And next one, the companion cells also remain associated with the sieve tubes elements, and they may be thin-walled and narrow, elongated with a dense cytoplasm and prominent nucleus. In this way, we will study the tissue system. In that tissue system, the what is mean by definition of tissue? Before the study of definition of tissue, we must be know what is mean by cell. Cell is functional unit structure of a living structural and functional unit of a living organism. The group of the cell performing the similar function is called a tissue, and different types of tissue may be present in plants as a simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. ओके, याच्यावरती थोडक्यात तुम्हाला फक्त MCQs क्वेश्चन विचारले जातील, हे फक्त बघायचं. मी नोट्स बरोबर पाठवतो. ओके, थँक्यू.